Mike's Daily Podcast.
We're Canadian today here at Cafe A.
Hey, welcome to Cafe A. I put syrup in my coffee, so I'm halfway there. Whoa, living on a prayer. Hi, I'm Mike Matthews. That's Hayley Thesemi. Episode 1055 here at Mike's Daily Podcast. This is sort of a Friday to us. No show tomorrow because it's Mike's Daily Podcast. Good Friday tomorrow.
Is your Friday going to be good? Or are you going to get trapped under a giant piece of wood? I don't know how to rhyme today. It's so early. And I'm kind of weak, not strong and burly. Like we were discussing, Jay Sekulow must be the way that he wants to show himself off on Periscope.
Mike's Daily Podcast. I'm so impressed. What's even weirder is every rhyme you came up with is one that I was thinking. Daily. So that's strange. Podcast. But what else do you rhyme with early but burly? Or
squirrely.
Or Furley from that show. I don't know.
What show?
Furley? Isn't there
I feel like there is, but I don't know what show.
Fergie.
That's almost a rhyme.
Yeah. We were talking about British food that has funny names, like Spotted Dick and the F word.
Not that F word, the other F word. The really insulting one. The one that can't be used for comedic purposes.
That one. Mm-hmm. It also refers to sticks. A bunch of sticks together.
Yes.
But in food, it refers to some kind of meatball with intestines in it. Yum.
It has a lot of meaning. Like different meanings in other countries.
Oh, really?
It's really awkward. It can be like a cigarette.
Right.
It can be a bundle of sticks. It can be.
Should I name?
Obviously, the food.
Should I name today's episode that?
No. And and there's people that call them that over in England, but I think primarily they call them fairies.
Oh, look at just one. Yeah, that's true.
So it's.
Do you know it gets mentioned in a song by Dire Straits, Money for Nothing, but the radio version didn't have it.
Of course not.
Mark Knopfler, you could do it.
It's got the little
blank.
And then that's the end of the song. It's just, you hear strangling noises. Because they just killed him.
For saying that. We were talking about how Sting likes to play with songs he's written. And he did do that with Money for Nothing, because that's when he goes, I want my empty, which he was following, of course. Don't stand so close to me. I want my MTV.
Right.
But who cares about Sting anymore? Gordon Sumner?
Is that his name?
I think.
His name is Sting.
See, what happened to Gautier? Gautier was going to be the new Sting. Because he had the, look who else walking. He had the whole Sting hype. He could do the Sting range.
He didn't have a band. He was an artistic. He's an artist. He's an artist.
But I miss Gautier.
I miss Gautier too. It's him and Sia are kind of on the same playing field. They're always going to be working in the background. They're always going to be making good music.
Yeah.
But they hit the spotlight and then they go out of the spotlight.
Oh, we still play the crap out of. Oh, crap! Didn't mean to funk me up. Someone.
The girl in that song?
Yeah, I always forget her name.
Yeah, I used to know her name really well.
Is it someone that you used to know?
No, she's really good though. I saw her live.
Really? Where'd you see her? Sia? Did you see her?
The amphitheater by the bay or whatever it is. I don't know. She was really, really good, and she did costume changes on stage.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, it was fun. It was one of those she was dancing and spinning, and the dress sort of spinned itself off, and she was wearing something else underneath.
Like a lower layer of clothing.
Yeah.
Not underwear, though?
Like a tutu.
Oh, a tutu.
She's great. She's extremely high energy. Why can't I remember her name? Kimbra.
Wow! You frickin' landed that plane.
I landed that plane right in the Hudson. I'm a national hero now.
Yay!
Yay.
I remember when that happened. Tutus, they're so nice, they named them twice and then put the number twice in the name. Two.
Twice.
Versus a tulip, which is, because tulips are better than one.
What's so impressive about tulips? I got tulips, you got tulips. There's nothing special about the flower.
Now, which one is the tulip? That's the one that the Dutch people with the wooden shoes always have, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And I feel so bad for the Dutch. No, wait, it was Brussels. I should get a map, is what I'm trying to say. And damn Obama tangoing as Brussels is going through their ordeal.
It's, Obama tangos while Brussels burns.
So all these Russians, I mean Republicans, same thing. No, it's funny. No, what, Mike? How could they be the same thing? Russians are communists and Republicans are anti-communists. Well, no, Republicans... Wait. Republicans love Putin. And they're not a communist state anymore.
Putin is in a way, a dictatorship.
Uh-huh.
Like Russia is in a way a dictatorship. Russia is a controlled state. And Republicans love controlled states.
Yeah.
They talk all about how they want their freedom and they want their guns, but they want to put a camera in every single household.
To make sure that you aren't taking the Lord's name in vain.
Yes. And it's really important for people to realize that. You know?
That's why we have this podcast.
Because we can really reach I'm a Chump in Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
How's Murfreesboro doing, I'm a Chump?
It's a podcast. We can't actually hear the response.
Crap.
Email us. Person we made up.
Email us. Mike'sDailyPodcast@gmail.com.
Mike'sDailyPodcast@gmail.com.
You can comment on the section emails from email and your comment, not so comments by commenting.
Actually, you can comment anytime.
Anywhere.
Any place.
On anything.
Anyhow.
Any what?
Anywho.
And the sun will come out tomorrow.
Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow.
The best song from Annie.
Annie. That's a that's a musical that Sia worked on.
You just blew the mind out of my brain by saying that.
Yeah.
She was in the recent movie, huh? The recent Annie remake?
In the recent movie, the new song, "You're never fully dressed without a smile."
Yeah?
That's Sia.
I had to smack that table right there with that amount of information.
And the song in Zootopia, sang by Shakira, that's Sia's song.
I'm loving this. So now I've got 2 new movies I've got to watch that are old.
Well, Zootopia is not old.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Look at the characters that walked in the couple door times that opened.
I refuse.
Look, there's Shelley Shoehart and Floyd the Floorman and John Deere the Engineer.
I'm currently blind.
I was saying on yesterday's show how we are blinding ourselves by... And now I forgot yesterday's show. It flew out of my head. Why were we blinding ourselves?
More like blending ourselves in because we're secretly chameleons.
That's true. No one can see us.
Look, I'm colored like the wall now.
Where'd you go? Hayley! Oh, now I'm freaked out. Shelley Shoehart, what happened? I don't know. My panty was like, Hayley was there and I went, wait, I think I hear something.
Hey, I'm back. Yeah.
Oh, look, Hayley just walked back in.
Oh, hey, I'm back. I brought you coffee.
Hey, Hayley, don't spill that coffee on the floor. Why did you spill the coffee on the floor? I'm Floyd the Floorman.
Job security.
Thank Thank you. Hello, Hayley. I am here to tell you that I have been working on the microphone stand so that they won't squeak. Aw, crap. I guess they still squeak.
We should have one episode that's entirely microphones noise squeaking and call it Microphones Daily Podcast.
Ah! And then just to be like the whole time.
This one guy.
Yeah. Well, when I used to do the show from my basement, I don't have one of these, what do you call it, an arm?
Boom.
A boom? Because if it hits you on the head, it goes boom.
Boom, clap, the microphone hangs.
Oh, what about, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go back to my room so we can party all night and I can make it all right. Was that a song?
Boom, boom, I want you in my room. Yeah, it was the Venga Boys.
Oh! Venga Boys.
Venga Boys.
Venga?
Venga.
Jenga?
Yeah.
Jenga Boys. What are you going to do on your day off tomorrow?
I'm going to help my girlfriend do laundry, actually.
Oh, that's nice of you.
Or at least I'll be in the general vicinity as she's doing laundry.
I put laundry away yesterday after it'd been sitting already dried in bags in my room. And I just sort of left them there. Occasionally would dig into the bag to get I use IKEA bags. Judge me now. You know those big bags that they give you at IKEA?
Judge Mike now on your phones.
Merv Griffin's getting money every time you do that, even though he's dead. Oh, you changed it a little bit. Did you know the rapper who died that was in a tribe called, a quest called, no, I didn't either.
Okay.
But that's sad. He died too young, in my opinion.
What was his name?
And I don't know.
Oh.
It was a bit... Oh! Can I tell you what I did yesterday?
Yes.
I did... Okay, yesterday, I saw...
Yesterday.
All my problems seem so far away. Now they're right here.
On Mike's Daily Podcast. Listen on Spreaker.
It's Mike's Daily...
That's about it.
Welcome to Mike's Daily Pad Thai. Mike, I love Pad Thai. I know, it's so good.
This is great Pad Thai. I love how the noodles are flat.
Oh, it's so delicious. You know what I like to get is a little peanut sauce. Well, that's good, John Deere.
I can't eat peanut sauce. They usually put soy sauce or something in it and that has wheat in it.
I feel bad, Hayley, and I think everyone does.
I can't even have that eel sauce. That really thick black stuff.
No!
Oh, it's so good and I can't have it.
Hey, have you ever been to Icky Ramen? That's off of Fremont Boulevard?
The one that's right by my house?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How is it?
It's pretty good. Like, they give you a lot for your money.
I almost ate there yesterday.
They gave you a nice big... I got the rice bowl, so I haven't tried the ramen because I can't have ramen. But I got one of the rice bowls, the eel one. It was delicious.
Hey, next time I drive you home, let's eat there. I know, I keep saying, next time I drive you home, let's eat at... And we come up with, like, another place. But I think Icky Ramen. Unless it's... Because it sounds like you've tried one thing.
I've tried one thing, yes.
Okay.
And it's not like there's a huge variety of their different plates and such. Like, the meat's different, and sometimes a few of the things that they pack together will be different, but they're traditional dishes prepared in traditional ways, so they're all kind of similar, you know.
Do they have spotted dick?
They don't have spotted dick. But if you've ever seen, like, those Japanese animated movies that are amazing and beautiful, and they show the really good-looking food that has, like, the egg on it and stuff.
It makes me so hungry.
That's what the ramen they sell is.
We're totally going there.
Tuesday, I watched one of those movies. It was called My Neighbor Totoro.
My Neighbor Told a Troll?
Totoro.
Oh, Totoro.
Totoro.
What is Totoro?
Totoro is forest spirit.
Oh, like a wood nymph?
He's a giant fluffy guy. He's adorable. It's such a good movie.
How do they come up with this stuff?
It's all based off of like traditional Japanese stories. This animation company, which is named Studio Ghibli. I think
Ghibli?
I think that's how you pronounce it.
Oh, that's funny.
They're an animation company out of Japan. And they have been making beautifully animated movies. They get re-released in America under either Disney or Buena Vista. They're the same.
Interesting.
And they're so pretty. Like, this movie doesn't even have that big of a central plot. I mean, new people moving into the country and whatnot. They're moving into the countryside, and there's a big tree that's next to them.
And they're destroying the environment?
No, they're not.
Oh.
It's two small children that it centers around. They're just fantastical stories.
Oh.
Most of the movies, even if there is like an antagonist, there's no inherent evil.
Oh.
Everyone is some sort of shade
I like that.
of good and evil. So even if you know someone is the quote-unquote central bad guy, like, they have redeeming qualities.
Oh, okay.
It's fascinating. They're so good movies.
I think I'd like that, to watch that, because life is like that.
Yeah, it is.
It isn't all black and white like the Republicans want it to be, Andrew.
Right.
I have poison oak. But I think I showed Hayley my poison oak. It's like itching. It's a mild itch, and it's annoying me.
Today's podcast picture is the poison oak.
No, let's take a look at today's podcast picture.
And here's today's podcast picture.
It's actually Hayley.
No, it's not me.
No, it's a picture of goldfish in a water trough that cows drink out of. But to get to this water trough, you gotta hike up into the hills of 5 canyons. And I was there with Basil. Oh, that's the other time I got poison oak. Last year I was in that area, and somehow it scraped. But last year when I got poison oak, I got it around my leg. And I'd rather have it on my arm than my leg, because I can't get to my leg as quickly to scratch it. Wait a minute. But I don't want to scratch it. I don't know. My logic has just caved in on itself and created a black hole that's sucking us through, and it's all being drawn by anime artists in Japan.
Here we go! Woo!
So why are there goldfish in a cow water trough? I don't get it, but they're living and thriving in this. Anyway, that's the podcast picture.
It's aesthetic. Are they koi?
I don't know. They did seem a little bit. They went. I can't make a joke. God damn it!
I'm gonna do that. I don't know, but they seemed a little outgoing to me.
That was it. Next time you write that joke, and then I'll say it. They seemed a lot outgoing to me. I still screwed it.
La 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 la.
La 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 la.
La 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 la.
They weren't koi though. They were like goldfish, I think.
Okay.
Maybe they were baby koi.
La 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 la.
That song always comes up on our shows. We go outside a cafe anyway. We're bringing Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcaster Valley. I was going to tell you that the reason why I brought up those weird British foods is because of a TV show that I've been watching religiously lately off of Netflix. It's over. They don't make it anymore because they killed off the main character. It lasted 30 years. It's called Hercule Poirot. What, Mike? What's Hercule Poirot? It's an Agatha Christie character.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Agatha Christie had a couple of detectives, her Sherlock Holmeses, if you will. She had Miss Marple, an old lady.
Yeah.
And Hercule Poirot, who's a little French man with a little French mustache. And he's from Belgium, actually.
Probably the most famous.
Yeah. And Dave Suchet did the character the entire run of the episode. And then the same guy played Hastings, his assistant, who was a former British sergeant. And of what?
Sherlock Holmes.
Oh yeah, John
Military
Watson.
person joins in with peculiar, brilliant.
Yeah, but Agatha Christie and Sir Arthur Conan Doyle did it.
Did they?
I don't know.
Like, I'm inclined
in my
to believe
fantasy,
that.
They did it.
I don't know about the timetables, but I'm inclined to just believe you.
They did it, and then they dusted for fingerprints afterwards.
And they got rid of all the evidence.
They did it, and then we had to figure out how it was done.
James Dean and Marlon Brando did it.
James Dean and Elizabeth Taylor. My dad, who worked on Giant, used to tell me that the day James Dean died, Elizabeth Taylor, he was a stand-in for Rock Hudson, my dad. Mm-hmm. And Elizabeth Taylor all of a sudden broke down crying when she heard about James Dean. So there was some kind of thing going on.
And they were singing.
So Marlon Brando and James Dean?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I think it might have been in a threesome, but they definitely did it.
And it's not a three-way if what's that?
It's not gay if it's a three-way?
Lady Gaga, Justin Timberlake, and Andy Samberg.
It's definitely gay.
That was a funny skit, though. Lady Gaga is amazing. I think she's going to be around a long time. Even though she may not have hit songs, mm-hmm. I think she's an interesting performer.
Yeah, I agree to that. Hey, Mike, tell me about your yesterday as the start of this conversation was going to go.
Okay, so speaking of gay, Chasing Amy, you ever seen it?
No.
Kevin Smith, it's the only Kevin Smith movie I like. The storyline is Ben Affleck. That's the first time I ever saw Ben Affleck in anything.
The storyline is Ben Affleck?
Yeah, just him.
Okay.
You kind of stand on his chin.
That happens in a lot of his movies, I feel. What's the story? It's Ben Affleck. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like this new Batman one is going to be
Which apparently bombed.
Already? It hasn't even come out.
According to critics.
Oh, really?
It's about 33% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh!
Mm-hmm.
That's your movie review on today's show.
So Chasing Amy.
Okay.
This is Rob Black, but there's a movie in the 80s called Chasing Amy, and
really good impression of him.
Well, it's actually one of his segments that he has. A Chad Burton and Rob Black segment is like, back in the 80s, there was a movie called Chasing Amy.
Oh!
They talk about chasing yield. Don't ask me. Continue.
Oh, wow. Well, I mentioned on the last show that I saw that movie when it came out with the girlfriend I had at the time, Julie, who was a redhead, kind of a free spirit type. Drank a lot of coffee. That's how I met her. She was a barista. Hey.
Adorable.
And we saw it in San Luis Obispo, the movie.
You were all the way up here?
We were on a little road trip together.
Adorable.
She put her little bare feet on my dashboard as I drove. I should get to the story then. So I went to see this movie, Chasing Amy, about a girl who is identified as a lesbian, self-identified. I don't know, but she's an artiste. She makes comics, and Ben Affleck is a comic book writer as well, which is based, of course, on Kevin Smith, who was a comic book writer. So Ben Affleck and her fall in love. And Ben Affleck is like, oh my God, I'm dating a lesbian. How novel. And then it turns out Jason Lee is in it too. Jason Lee, who would later become the star of the Alvin and the Chipmunks movies. He tells Ben Affleck, hey, she's actually been with a lot of guys. And he's like, no, you're like wrong. And then he confronts her about it. And then she gets all mad and goes, hey, if you want to know the answers to my past, just ask me. Don't be all Hercule f***ing Poirot. So that's when Hercule Poirot was mentioned in a Kevin Smith movie. Anyway, I don't like Kevin Smith movies, do you?
What the f*** does that have to do about yesterday?
I was watching a Hercule Poirot show. Oh, no. Okay, you were going back even.
Shit.
Oh, wait. Thank you for reminding me. I ate at the Depot in Fremont.
Where's that?
It's in the train station in Fremont, that downtown area. And there was a lady there who was from the Philippines who grew up in Japan.
Did she like Jollibees?
I was gonna ask her that, and she kept telling me stuff. Like, she goes, I I'm from an arranged marriage. I was born in the Philippines, and my parents arranged me to get married to a fellow Filipino. My mom and his mom were good friends. And then she grew up in Japan, and she told me about the story of Spam and about how Osaka, Japan makes the Spam ramen, where you put the Spam on top of the ramen.
Yeah.
And that's supposed to be really good. And she said that's because of the American military bases that were in Osaka, Japan. They brought Spam in.
Yeah, they did that a lot.
But she has a brother in Hawaii who gets her special Spam that she serves at the depot that is garlic Spam.
Nice. Because Spam is the state meat of Hawaii.
And then I asked her, do you serve spotted dick? And she said no, and I said, I'm getting out. And that's how it all comes back around to Hercule Poirot. No, it doesn't, but... But anyway, I met Trisha Ferguson for coffee before that at Slapface Coffee.
Trisha Ferguson, is that Craig Ferguson's wife?
I wish. Because I love Craig Ferguson, but no, Trisha is a DJ on KKDV.
Shout out.
We just did. We shouted out. Oh, and Numbnuts called her while I was talking to her. The guy that I don't like from KKDV, KKQ. Hey, I'm sorry to monopolize this conversation. You were going to say something about yesterday?
Was I?
No?
No? Maybe? Yesterday, this morning, I think I saw Mars.
You did? What was it like?
Orange tinted.
What, was it the one close to the moon?
Kind of. It was off to the side of the moon.
I think I saw that too.
There was like 4 bright stars, and one of them I think was Mars.
And Jupiter was supposed to be near it as well.
Well, that was on the opposite side of the moon. Get your freaking moon orientation right.
Okay.
Okay.
Every morning before I leave at 4:30, I go outside to make sure everything's okay for Basil when he gets put outside later in the day. And I always see the moon. And like Monday, I saw, what planet is close to moon? The moon? Mars. Jupiter. Well,
this sort of week.
Yeah.
Jupiter's fairly close to the moon.
I love planets.
I love planets too. Umbiata, 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 umbiata.
What's that song?
I don't know. It's that one commercial that Disney Channel. No, Discovery Channel is playing.
So if you would like to buy something and support this show through Amazon,
it's free except for the money that you pay to buy something.
Go through that link at Mike'sDailyPodcast.com. And then there's also a PayPal if you want to help support us.
And you can listen to us on more than Spreaker.
Yeah.
I lied. You can listen on like YouTube.
And iTunes and TuneIn and SoundCloud. Actually, I don't really update SoundCloud that
much.
And
the vibrations of the universe as we drift through space.
That's good.
They call your name and say, listen to Mike's Daily Podcast.
That's right, just like that, in a weird sort of scary way.
Listen to Mike's Daily Podcast.
Oh, that's kind of freaky now.
Wake up.
Hayley and I had a Jewel moment yesterday when we watched Standing Still.
Oh, am I standing still?
She was really popular then.
She was really popular. Am I standing still? Why won't that guy's car work? Am I standing still?
Are you going to watch any anime this weekend?
No. I don't watch anime. I watch Studio Ghibli movies because they're so pretty and adorable. But I can't get into anime.
Okay.
So I don't watch it.
Hey, when are you gonna go see that thing with Jarrell at the theater with the animated people?
Oh, you mean the anime?
Yeah.
That's a concert, and it's coming up on April 30th.
Wow, that's gonna be here before you know it.
I know. I'm very excited, too, because a friend of mine is coming down from Canada and visiting for that concert, hopefully.
Oh! Do they listen to the podcast?
No.
Them then.
They listened once and they were like, oh, this is nice. No, I lied. It was so annoying. Oh my god.
Oh, that's not good. I don't like to hear that kind of feedback.
Oh well. We can't win them all, or most of them, or any of them.
Go back and listen to your Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Planets are made out of mass in the stars. I'm Neil deGrasse Tyson, and my voice sounds like warm syrup in hot milk.
I'm a 6-year-old, and I have no concept of sciencey things, so I'm gonna say something, and Neil deGrasse Tyson is gonna go, actually, you've never been more wrong.
Shut up, you little child. You have no idea what you are talking about.
Read a science book every now and then.
And then science will make you smarter. Watch Cosmos on Fox every Sunday night.
Bling, bling, bling. That's NBC.
That's NBC, yeah.
I was just trying to make like a space chime theme.
Why would you do that? That's so annoying. Oh my god, why am I listening to this podcast? That's so annoying.
It's true. That's exactly what my friend sounds like.
Really?
No. He's Canadian, so he
Oh.
sounds like, it's so annoying, eh?
And it all comes back to the Canadians. Cafe. Anyway, eh?
Mike Matthews, I like Canadians. They smell good.
Yes, but they're not circumcised.
I like Canadians and Canadians.
Because you're all right. Nobody's worried about you. Are you going to give me a fight? Because my name is Lou.
My favorite Kenny Loggins song is with Stevie Nicks. Sweet love shine on a Saturday night.
Never seen such a beautiful sight. Sweet love shine on a Saturday night. I hope it's ever forever and ever. You don't like the Pooh Corner one?
Oh, I do, actually. I listened to that a lot as a child.
Highway to the danger zone.
Highway to Pooh's Corner.
And you gotta get loose, Pooh loose. Kick off your Sunday shoes.
Never say that again.
I meant like the Winnie the Pooh guy.
Yeah, that children's album.
Do you know what Kenny Loggins song I love?
What?
Is the one he did with Steve Perry. You never hear it on the radio. It's that, don't fight it, don't fight it. Gesundheit. They were really good friends. How did I know you were going to sneeze? I must be premonitionistic.
I don't have my headphones on now because I sneezed them off.
All right. I think this is a good time to end. You were going to say, though, really quickly about Kenny Loggins?
What's that? Sweet love on Saturday night.
No! I've never seen such a beautiful sight.
Which is called Whenever I Call You Friend. Whenever I call you friend. Yeah, what else do I have to say about that? Oh, yeah. His children's album.
Oh, that's right. He did a children's album.
Yes, he did an entire children's. That's where Pooh's Corner, Return to Pooh's Corner came from. That one, my mom played a lot to me and then to my brother.
Oh.
And my brother now has a kid, and he plays that album, and especially All the Pretty Little Horses, like a lot.
Oh, yeah. Is it that,
All the Pretty Little Ponies, sorry. All the Pretty Little Ponies. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's nice that he sings it to him. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's lovely. And what a great way to tell the listener to have a happy Easter with your children and your ponies and your eggs.
And your spotted dick.
And your Jesus is reincarnating.
Jesus!
Coming back out of the cave and ascending into the sky.
It's known in some cultures as Zombie Jesus Day.
Let's hear it for Zombie. I know somebody mentioned that.
Yeah.
That we know. I was like, what? Oh, it's the first zombie story. It is? What? No. Well, voodoo
Sort of.
has a lot of zombie stories, doesn't it? The voodoo?
Yes. Does voodoo
religion?
predate? Oh, voodoo